Did you know that this is an extremely rare period of time in the astro weather of 2025, where Venus, the goddess of love, and Mercury, god of communication, are retrograde at the same time, going through Aries, the first sign, and Pisces, the final sign. Meaning, we have double blessings in some places in our chart, and it could be double trouble in other areas. During this period of time, you will revisit relationships and communication breakdowns. You may need to redo past business decisions and restructure financial plans. And it's par for the course to expect delays, tech mishaps, and old contacts resurfacing. But here's the key. A retrograde period doesn't just hit peak activation once. They move in a zigzag pattern over the same point in your charts 3 times, which offers multiple chances to revise and refine your plans in that particular area. So instead of fearing this energy, let's work with it. In the rest of this video, I'll be giving you 8 strategic business moves and tips to harness this powerful double retrograde cycle and help you set yourself up for success. Greetings, wise ones, and welcome back to the 8th House Wisdom channel. I'm Melissa of 8th House Wisdom, author, psychotherapist, business astrologer, and your guide to harness feminine energy and stellar planning in life and business. Today's video is all about navigating the Venus and Mercury retrogrades in Aries and Pisces. So stay tuned to learn about how this rare cosmic event affects your business, finances, and communications, as well as how to make the most of it instead of getting lost in the retrograde chaos. Because checking the astro weather is what we should all do. We don't go outside without checking the weather to see if we need a coat or rain boots or an umbrella. So we shouldn't make major life moves or business moves without checking the stellar energy for alignment. All right, wise ones, let's get into the content of this video, starting with the first retrograde in this duo, Venus retrograde, which is happening from March 1st through April 12th, 2025, and focuses on love, money, and value shifts. What Venus retrograde is all about has to do with what the planet Venus rules. It is the planet of love, money, and self-worth. As it retraces its steps through Aries, where it is in fire, and Pisces, where it is known to be exalted in water, we will experience different flavors of a similar theme or topic. In Aries, Venus forces a review of impulsive financial relationships and decisions. When Venus is in Pisces, it creates a reality check in love, creativity, and business investments. So what should you expect? Past lovers, old clients, or financial situations may resurface. Creative projects and branding may need refinement. And there could be delays in money flow and partnership agreements. So don't rush any major deal. Next up, we have Mercury Retrograde. And I want to make sure that I am saying this. It is not Mercury in retrograde. Mercury Retrograde. March 15th through April 7th of 2025, which is going to focus on business, technology, and communicating. When Mercury is retrograde, we are focused on aspects that this planet rules. Thinking, speaking, contracts, travel, tech, relationships with siblings and extended family, as well as media, social media, and merchants. All Mercury-ruled aspects of our lives. In Aries, Mercury retrograde leans towards hot-headed arguments, impulsive decisions, and leadership missteps. In Pisces, Mercury retrograde leans towards confusion, misinterpretation, and delays in intuitive decision making. So what should you expect for a Mercury retrograde? Tech issues and contract mishaps. So make sure you double check everything. Confusion in communication. Slow down and clarify intentions. And rethinking business strategies and messaging. It's time to revise before launching. The retrograde zigzag. Why you experience it 3 times. Now, I want to be clear in saying that retrogrades are an optical illusion from the perspective of Earth. It appears as if Venus and Mercury are moving backwards from our position and current orbit and revolution on Earth. The planets are not moving backwards. However, this optical illusion has an impact on the way that we experience the planets and the energy felt during this period, which leads to the discussion of experiencing an issue 3 times and the zigzag pattern. Because retrogrades move like a snake or zigzag, they don't just pass a particular point once. They move forward for a series of degrees, then they move backward for a series of degrees, and then forward again to get on the right track. This zigzag motion creates 3 phases, which may help you understand astrology speak a little better. The pre-shadow is the first pass where the planet is beginning to stall and slow down from the optical illusion, waiting to station retrograde. This is where the issues first emerge. Once it stations retrograde, we are now moving in the second half, which is backwards motion. You now must revisit the issue you just approached in the pre-shadow and make adjustments to fix it. Finally, when the planet stations direct at the end of its retrograde motion, it has got to travel back to where it first stalled out. This is the third and final pass, which equates to the post-shadow. This is where final review and integration happen, and you get a trial run as the energy is moving forward to see how your solutions or innovations are holding up or working out. This is why retrogrades are so powerful, because they give you 3 opportunities to work on a particular issue, which means you get multiple chances to get it right, and you are given lots of data to support this process. Now that we have covered this initial piece, let's get into the discussion around tips that will help you navigate this potent retrograde mini season to make the most of the end of Q1 and have a positive start of Q2. 8 business moves to align with this retrograde energy. Tip 1 is to reassess business relationships. You need to ask who is truly aligned with your vision and who isn't. This is a combination of the Mercury and Venus powers and energy. Tip number 2, review financial commitments. Double check investments, contracts, and expenses. If you can delay signing until after the retrograde period, do. If you can't, then make sure to renegotiate for a term that allows you to revisit contractual obligations post-retrograde, so you have space to tweak things that may look a little different after this period. Tip number 3, revise your brand and messaging. Venus retrogrades shift aesthetic appeal. Tweak visuals, but don't fully rebrand yet. And Mercury retrograde focuses us on our brand messaging. Take a look at your messaging. Run A/B testing on some of your ideas and cull this information so that you can put the results into play after the retrograde periods are over. Tip number 4 is to rethink offers and pricing. We need to align our business models with long-term value instead of impulsive moves that are fondly happening in Aries. So use a keen eye, slow things down, and give yourself permission to not take full action until the retrograde periods are over. Which leads into tip number 5, slow down on big decisions. Both Mercury and Venus retrograde bring different things. Mercury retrograde brings unclear info that supports waiting until clarity returns. Tip number 6 is to back up your data and to expect tech delays. Retrogrades disrupt technology, credit card systems, merchant running systems, computers, and the like. So please prevent disasters before they happen by backing up your systems, sending things to the cloud, and double checking wherever is possible. Tip number 7 is reconnect with old clients and leads. Venus retrograde revives past business opportunity. Since Venus is the planet of love and relationships, and retrograde motion hints to review and past opportunity. So if you were thinking about doing a new launch with new people, try to flip that on its head and relaunch an older product to existing customers. Offer them a discount for booking during this time and reach out to people that may be a warm to cold lead on your list. And finally, tip number 8 is to use this time for strategic planning. Since we are in a prime period of review and revision, align your deep review period with this retrograde and the upcoming shift from Q1 to Q2. This is a time to prep for future success because you want to review and aggregate the information and data that you got from Q1 to see what things you'll be taking in to the next business quarter with you. Do not force forward movement, but do prepare so you are ready to act when the energy is direct. If you want to harness the power of Mercury and Venus retrogrades in your business for the end of Q1 and the start of Q2, then download my free Rising Sign in Business Guide so that you have insight into the areas of your chart being activated and support for how to align your business activation pattern with your daily business practices. And if you really want an in-depth study and guide to do just that in 2025, then join the 2025 Stellar Business Blueprint Solution for the ultimate hack in business, an energy and timing map that can be aligned to your personal energy signature. complete with a stellar blueprint for the year, pre-mapped planetary transits, stellar insights, and 4 live quarterly group coaching calls to help you plan your most successful year yet. Don't wait. Unlock your cosmic edge today. The link is in the description below. Because life and business do come with an instruction manual. It's written in the stars. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with others who could benefit from the power of astrology in business. And I'd love it if you drop me a comment letting me know what areas of your chart are being activated in this powerful double retrograde. For me, it's my 10th house of business and my 11th house of business gains and business networking. And if you don't already, make sure to follow me on TikTok and Instagram and subscribe to the 8th House Wisdom channel for superstar business astrology tips that align your plans and balance your energy and keep you in softness and flow. If you want more information about this, you can check out my blog, The Wisdom Well, and my website for specifics related to your rising sign and the like. But until then, next wise ones, I will see you in the next video. Sending you so much light and love. Blessed